Everybody, it's Nicole. So here we are. It is Self-Care Sunday today. And so I know that somebody had brought up to me that they wanted me to kind of discuss a little bit about how do I put this without like sounding rude? Um People who are like, oh yeah, I know so and so who has depression, or I know so and so who has anxiety, so I know exactly how it is to um, deal with whatever it is. And and it's well-meaning and all of that stuff, and and the thing is that having something like for myself where I have PTSD, anxiety, and depression, along with, as you well may know, a long myriad of other issues, um, it's a lot more complicated than that. And uh, it has gotten to the point where, for some of you who don't know, who may have just joined, because of my illnesses, I did lose my job. In 2017, I got so ill that I had to take a leave of absence. I didn't work for 3 months, and my employer decided that that was too long, so they fired me. And so I lived off of long-term insurance for close to a year, and the whole time I was trying to apply for Social Security disability. And so, and which is not an easy feat because it's through the federal government. For some people, it takes years. And it took me a couple of years. Hold on one second. My cat is trying to get out of. Go ahead, Yoda. I've got two cats who are my emotional support animals, and Yoda tends to be the more one that she pays attention, or she is more, I don't know how to explain it. Like, she knows when I'm having a panic attack, where she'll come and sit next to me, or she'll sit on my chest or my lap or whatever it is, until the panic attack passes, and then she'll leave, or stuff like that. So in any case, so I wanted to kind of talk about this because I know that it's hard for people who don't actually have whatever mental illness it is, or chronic illness that you're suffering with, to truly understand what it's like to have, and live with what it is. And part of me says, it it kind of sucks because it's hard to explain to them that, okay, yes, I understand that you're trying to empathize, but you're not really helping. But yet, on the other hand, it's better to have them empathize with you rather than to kind of just completely write you off. Because I've had people completely write me off. I've had doctors completely write me off. And I've seen, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 doctors trying to figure out what's wrong with me, until I finally got some of my diagnoses. I'm not completely fully diagnosed with all of the illnesses that I have. The medical ones, the mental illness ones, I believe we've got that one all down and figured out, and medication wise figured out, because I have bipolar. That's you know, that still has its ups and downs. But as far as the medical side, that one is still up in the air. But it's hard for somebody to really understand what is going on with you as the person who is dealing with whether it's arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, or multiple sclerosis, or whatever it might be, or like for me, fibromyalgia, unless you actually have it. And and maybe you might disagree with me. I would rather have them empathize with you. I would rather have them empathize with me and listen to me, rather than completely write me off and say that you're a kook, that like it's all like in your head and you're imagining things, and that it's you're it's not a big deal. You still can walk, you still can talk, you still can, get about your day. You can still get in the car and drive, because, with my 2 kids, I still get up in the morning, as hard as it is. And yes, it is hard. Sometimes it is really hard. And I will admit, in the mornings, I don't want to get out of bed. I really don't want to get out of bed, especially when now that school has started. I don't want to get out of bed because I am so exhausted. No matter what time I go to bed the night before, I don't want to go to bed. It's just like running joke, especially, and I don't know if people with rheumatoid arthritis deal with the same thing, but you're like exhausted all day long, and then when it's actually time to go to bed at night, you can't sleep. And so and you're up to like forever, to like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the whole like cycle starts all over again. And so what I guess I'm trying to say is that try to give the people who are at least trying to empathize with you a little bit of leeway, understanding that at least they're trying to listen to what you have to say, because there are those who won't, who are just complete flat and out rude, who will call you a liar, and all of those things. And I think myself, I would prefer having somebody who is willing to listen to what I have to say when I'm having a rough day, than somebody who is not. Like say my husband, telling him that like today yes, I sat on the couch all day long and I did nothing because I was so exhausted, even though I did nothing. But I was exhausted because everything hurt. Even though, my big accomplishment today for the day was I did the dishes that was in the sink. And so, I guess that's one way to look at it, because I've been thinking about this all, for the majority of the week, on how to look at it and how to spin it in a way where it's not a negative thing. And then also that I'm sure that a lot of you have heard especially with like the depression and the arthritis and stuff like that. Have you tried yoga? Have you tried, essential oils? Or have you tried, this or that or whatever it is? And it's like, yoga or this supplement or this herb or whatever it is isn't always the cure all for everything. Because, like, for me, like most medicines I'm allergic to. And when we finally found medicines that did not have like this massive allergic reaction to, it was kind of like this hallelujah moment. And so um and that's when, I'm the especially the mental health part of it, especially with when it comes to depression and panic attacks and bipolar. Those things are things you have to be really, really careful about, to manage the medications really carefully with, because uh, it's not what you think it is, especially with bipolar. There's a lot of misconceptions, trust me, with bipolar. It's not this like roller coaster of like 2 seconds from now I'm gonna be like way up here, and then 2 minutes from now I'm gonna be way down here. It could be a month from now I'll be like up here, and then 3 months from now I could be like way down here. Or it'll be a week, and then the depression. I've been dealing with depression my entire life, and I would never wish anxiety or panic attacks on anybody, even my worst enemy. And then the medical problems, the fibromyalgia, that too. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. Um, it sucks. I will tell you that it sucks, because it has stolen so many things from me. And the depression too has stolen so many things from me. It has stolen the love of a lot of things, and because it is so exhausting. But but I will say, um, I am currently working on something, so I will show you. I started on part of a project, so it's as you can see, it's a granny square. So I've got several rows left to make. It's gonna be a bag, and I'm going to attempt, the keyword attempt, to line the inside of the bag, and I'm gonna give it to my sister, because she's got a baby boy who is turning 1, and I'm hoping to be able to get it finished by the time the birthday party is, which is at the beginning of September. She's born in August. Her birthday was on Wednesday. So this is going to be like a combination birthday gift for her and then her son. And then hopefully it'll also help with the art therapy thing until I can get more resin, so that we can continue that segment, because I know you guys like that so much. But so try to look at the people that are there for you, the people who are trying to empathize with you because they say that they know so and so that has whatever it is, or or they think they might understand what it is that you're going through, that they're just trying to be there for you. And and maybe instead, when they say, oh, my brother's cousin, or my sister's best friend or whatever has depression or anxiety, or has rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or whatever it is, ask them, especially if it's somebody that you feel that you trust and you're close to, ask them or tell them, hey, that's, I really appreciate that you're able to share that with me, because that means a lot. And tell them, would you be willing to listen to what I have to say so that I can educate you a little bit more, so that they can know what it's like to live our lives, what we have to deal with on a daily basis, because it's tough. Because for me, it's hard for me to literally get out of bed. Physically get out of bed. I have to crawl hands and knees out of bed to get ready in the morning to take my son to school, to take a shower, to brush my teeth. Some days, the fibromyalgia actually sometimes it feels like it makes my teeth hurt, or it makes my hair hurt. Some days the depression, the bipolar, makes it so that I don't want to take a shower, that I don't want to change my clothes, that I don't want to clean. And I'm lucky enough to have a supportive family that is willing to fill in the holes, you know what I mean, on days that I can't, or I am not up to cooking or cleaning or whatever it is. So what I've done is, with my cats, I have an alarm set on my phone, and I set an alarm to remind myself, okay, you've got to clean the cat litter. And then I do a self-check, and can I do this today? But I know that I have to do it, and if I do it, then I can tick that one thing off as an accomplishment for the day. So for me, my accomplishment today was doing the little bit of dishes that was in the sink. It wasn't much, but that's okay. And then I'll be making dinner tonight. My husband and my oldest want to have just a little bit of eggplant parmesan, and I'm gonna make chicken parmesan and a little bit of pasta. And so we're gonna attempt that. I've never made it, but we're gonna try it. So it's just the four of us, so it's not like I'm making for a family of 8 or whatever. So we're gonna see how that turns out. We'll see how it feels when it comes to actually making everything, because right now I'm pretty exhausted. But I did do the dishes, and that's an accomplishment today. I did change my clothes today. I didn't stay in my pajamas all day today. And I did move from the bed to the couch. Another accomplishment for the day today. So, for those of you out there watching this, pat yourself on the back. If you did the dishes, did a load of laundry, got it from the washer into the dryer, doesn't matter if you folded it, but if you did that, you did a good job. Okay? For those of you who got up out of bed, brushed your teeth, turned on your favorite show on Netflix or whatever your favorite streaming service is, and treated yourself to a binge watch of whatever favorite show is, whether it's on repeat. I like to watch Outlander, so I watched last week and the week before I watched Outlander. That's a little bit of self-care. Good for you. Okay? don't say that it's not, because it's not. Don't criticize yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You did a good job. It's okay. It's okay. And tell yourself that you love yourself because you did it. Okay? So we're going to end it there. I hope that you watched the video from beginning to end. I've been trying to like make the videos not quite so long. I know I tend to babble on for a while, but sometimes there's stuff that I want to share with you guys, especially when it comes to mental health and self-care, because I think it's important, because not a lot of people talk about it. So in any case, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And then I do have more content coming, a couple more things coming down. I'm hoping that I will have enough energy today to open my Etsy shop. We'll see. Just because yeah, it's been, yeah. But I want it open because I need to get, I keep saying it, and I keep not doing it, but I need to do it. So because I want to share all of these things with you. I want to, like, I want to be everybody's friends, and, like, you know, put my arm around you and give you a big hug. Okay? So until next time, subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff, and I will talk to everybody later, and see you tomorrow. Bye.